Hello. So I've just been on another, let's say, meditation walk in the rain this time. And it's nice to give myself moments like that to just either think or not think. Kind of depends how I'm feeling. But today I thought a lot about the emotions that drive us and influence us the most. And as I reflected on my own, I realized that there was something that, or their emotions at least, that people tend to label as bad. And I think a lot of people have this definition of certain emotions being good, certain ones being bad. But as I thought about it and accepted that they are more neutral than we anticipate, you see them very differently. So, for example, I know a lot of sadness drives me a lot of the time. And obviously, people would look at that as a bad thing. And it's part of why walking in the rain made me think about this. Rain, like I've mentioned before, tends to make people down, sad. At least brings out what people perceive as more negative feelings. But it's more of just an indicator of how we're feeling at that time, how certain things make us feel. But what defines it more is what we do with it, or at least how we react to it. So if I was to crumble under the pressure of feeling sad, then yeah, it's definitely bad at that time. But if I'm able to acknowledge it in that moment and just think, yeah, things aren't the best right now, gives me some motivation to see things differently or work towards something differently. Would you still say that that's then a bad thing? I just thought it was quite interesting to think about the emotions more of a neutral mindset and just take them for what they are, as indicators of how to move forward, I think. Well, more or less what the present is telling us. So I think it's always important to give yourself time to acknowledge these things, to feel them, work through them, and just try to see them differently. But I also just want to touch upon that quickly as well then. Because I think I've said it to people before as well. Just give yourself some time, focus on yourself in that way. But I know it's not always easy to do that. There's a lot of pressure to be continuously moving, to be earning money, taking care and responsibility over certain things in life. Sometimes it's really hard to make time for that, for yourself. The only thing is, if you don't take that time to invest in yourself, how do you expect to invest in anything else? You're not going to be putting your true ability into what it is that you want to do. I don't know, all this stuff always sounds so hokey pokey, but there's a lot of truth in just sitting with things, giving it time, and also just being okay with being bored. Do nothing. There's no harm in that. Yeah. I think that's the end of that conversation. Hmm. I hope for anyone that does see this, they give yourself some time for yourself. Do whatever it is that makes you happy or makes you bored. Just sit in the corner of your room, stare at the wall, do nothing. Just feel. Scary, but it's worth it. It definitely is. Yeah. Well, have a nice weekend.